Greater Adria, discovered lost continent below Europe. September 25, 2019. Greater Adria, discovered lost continent below Europe. Credit, Utrecht University. Forget Atlantis for a moment. Here is remarkable news for you. Researchers have discovered a continent the size of Greenland buried deep within Europe. Dubbed the Great Adria, the long-lost continent lurks mainly underwater in the Mediterranean, one of the most geologically complex regions on Earth. The discovery was made by scientists at the University of Utrecht in the Netherlands. Part of this huge continental crust, once separated from North Africa, plunged into Earth's mantle in southern Europe. The research results will be published shortly in the prestigious Gondwana Research magazine. Lead researcher Du van Hinsbergen, professor of global tectonics and paleogeography at Utrecht University, said in a press release. Most of the mountain ranges we investigated originated from a single continent that separated from northern Africa over 200 million years ago. The only remaining part of this continent is a strip that runs from Turin through the Adriatic Sea to the heel of the boot that forms Italy. Geologists refer to this area as Adria. Van Hinsbergen therefore called the lost continent Great Adria. Most of this continent was situated underwater and formed shallow, tropical seas in which sediments were deposited, for example, on large coral reefs. Sedimentary rocks, in particular, were torn away when the rest of the continent was subdivided into the mantle. These scrapes are now the Apennine belts, parts of the Alps, the Balkans, Greece and Turkey. The theory that explains the formation of continents and oceans assumes that the various plates of the Earth do not deform internally when they move relative to each other over large fault zones. However, in the Mediterranean region, and especially in Turkey, this is not the case. Great Adria, Turkey. Remnant of Great Adria in Turkey, overhanging limestone slab in the Taurus Mountains. Credit, Utrecht University. Van Hinsbergen explains. It is simply a geological mess. Everything is bent, broken and stacked. Compared to this, the Himalayas, for example, represent a fairly simple system. There you can follow several major fault lines at a distance of over 2,000 kilometers. The reconstruction was a collaboration between geologists from Utrecht, Oslo and Zurich. Why did it take so long? Van Hinsbergen says this is not only a large region, but also home to over 30 countries. Each has its own geological survey, maps, and ideas of evolutionary history. Research usually stops at national borders, so the region is not only fragmented from a geological perspective. With the reconstruction of the lost Great Adria, geologists made a substantial contribution to the fundamental knowledge of mountain formation. Subduction, plunging from plate to plate, is the basic way in which mountain ranges are formed. Just think about it. Without realizing it, a large number of tourists spend their holidays each year on the lost continent of the Great Adria.